America, Miss USA, Miss Universe, they have one thing in common. They're for women only. Veronica Brancato wants to change that. She's organized the first national male beauty pageant called the U.S. Man of the Year. Today, on Twin Cities Live, we'll give you the chance to vote for your favorite Minnesota man on the basis of his personality, how good he looks in a swimsuit, and much more. That's all next on Twin Cities Live. Good morning, I'm Bob Bruce, and welcome to Twin Cities Live. I can't believe this. This is Monday. I mean, these people are ready for this week. No kidding. We are going to have fun today. We're going to get a chance to choose the Twin Cities Live Man of the Year. How about that, huh? Will that be fun? With us is a lady who is determined to bring about a change as far as beauty pageants are concerned. We all know they've been pretty much for women, but now we're going to have a U.S. Man of the Year. Right, Veronica?
Absolutely right.
Why a U.S. Man of the Year? Is it just that its time has come?
Absolutely. The time is long overdue. Men have now been allowed to go out and get their hair styled and be very careful about fashion, and they're ready for this, and women are more than ready too.
Are you women ready for this? Good. How you doing? Somebody stand up with me here. Yeah. You're going, yeah! Why are you ready for this?
Well, they just deserve the recognition that all women get. I mean, they shouldn't have to feel less superior. They should be able to show themselves off, too.
Men shouldn't feel less superior than...
No. I mean, they should be able to flaunt themselves like women do.
Here. What do you think about that, guys? You agree with that? You agree with that?
You bet I do.
Okay, would you enter a pageant for men?
Not at my age.
Now, wait a minute. Ronnie?
There is no age limit. Absolutely. This has never been done before, so who is it to say that the man should be 22 and single? We have them all over the United States. Right now, they've been officially accepted up to the age of 47. And I want you to know that they hold their own next to the 19-year-old boys.
So you can get in this thing here now. See, you can jump right in there. Now, see? Now, married, doesn't matter?
Married or single, a Mr. U.S. Man of the Year could be married or single.
What are some of the things you're going to judge him on? What's the critical criteria?
Criteria we are looking for is, first, good physical condition, because you must be in good health. Number two, he must, of course, have a good moral background. He should be one that would be a role model, so he has to have a certain charisma about himself. He must be very self-confident, and he must be very articulate and well-groomed.
Ronnie, why do you think men want to do this? The men that you've seen so far that have gotten involved in this, what are some of the reasons why they got involved?
Well, basically, there are many reasons why the men do it. I really believe they felt they should have had a chance a long time ago. They are competing for thousands of dollars of prizes all over the United States, just like Miss America. Some of them want to portray what they do in life. Today, for instance, we have someone who would like to let the world know about the serious problems of the farming industry. And I found that really incredible that he entered this pageant to try and bring some attention to that. Others just are very self-confident with themselves and want to show their stuff.
Okay, well, enough talk, right? Let's see the guys, right? Let's get them out of here. All right. Here we go. Now remember, for those of you at home, you're going to get a chance to vote on who is going to win today, the Twin Cities Live Man of the Year. I'll inform you about how to do that a little bit later on, so watch these contestants closely because you will be voting at home. Now let's bring out contestant number one, Jeff Stearns. He is 22 years old, 5'10", and 160 pounds.
Jeff loves soccer, and he coaches for 5 years now. On his first date, Jeff was driven by his mom to the movies, where he tried not to act nervous, but it didn't work, unfortunately. He saved his little sister from drowning, which was his most heroic deed. And one other deed was when he spent a night talking to his friend out of suicide.
There you have contestant number one, Jeff Stearns. All right, good look at number one there for you at home. Contestant number two, Bill Broniak, 27 years old, 5'11", 164 pounds.
Bill is from St. Paul, Minnesota, and he plays softball and goes fishing a lot. He has dark brown hair, of course, and dark brown eyes. He started dating at 13 when he went to a rock concert. His advice to the younger generation he would like to pass on is to appreciate your parents. His ambition is to be a famous softball player.
Contestant number 2, Bill Broniak. All right, contestant number 3, Brent King. Brent is 19 years old, 5'11", and 170 pounds.
Brent also enjoys golf and soccer. He was 13 years old on his first date when he went to a junior high football game. His most heroic deed he ever performed was towing a stranded couple into shore when he discovered them in the middle of a lake during a storm. He did this in 5-foot waves.
Here's contestant number 3, Brent King. All right, let's move on to number 4, Rolf Markstrom. He's 19 years old, 6 foot even, 170 pounds. Number 4, Rolf Markstrom.
Rolf works with filling at a car dealership, and his favorite sport is whitewater canoeing. He started his dating at 15 years old when he walked 2 miles in the cold weather to meet her at a bus stop because he did not have a driver's license. He'd like to pass on to the younger generation to take all the opportunities necessary to improve yourself.
All right, that's number 4, Rolf Markstrom. Contestant number 5 is Clay Montella. Clay Montella, 22 years old, 6'1", 180 pounds. Clay?
Clay works for Burnsville Motorsports, works on motorcycle stands, 6 feet tall. Of course, he has dark brown hair and blue eyes. His favorite sport is motocrossing. He was 13 on his first date when he went to a school dance, and his lesson learned that he would like to pass on to the younger generation is not to take school for granted.
There he is, contestant number 5, Clay Montella. Contestant number 6, Michael Getz. He is 22 years old, 6 foot even, 180 pounds.
Michael is a student. Ladies, Michael is a student in aviation management. Of course, I understand. Okay. He was raised on a mink ranch for something very interesting in his background where he learned to breed minks with his dad. His favorite sport, which he plays currently at Mankato State University, is rugby. He was 16 on his first date when he went out for pizza and a movie.
Contestant number 6, Michael Getz. Contestant number 7, Sean Larson, who is 20 years old. Number 7, 6 foot even, 175 pounds.
Sean loves hockey, and he was 16 also when he went to a drive-in movies on his first date. He would like to pass on his most important lesson learned, which is honesty. His most heroic deed is always to have a shoulder there for some friend to cry on.
That's number 7, Sean Larson. Number 8, Dean Zachman. Dean Zachman, contestant number 8. Remember these numbers at home.
Okay, number 8, Dean is our dairy farmer. Dean has sandy brown hair and blue eyes, and he also enjoys wrestling. He was 16 also on his first date when he visited mutual friends at a hospital. His lesson learned while growing up is your life, when is completed, must be measured in friends and not wealth.
Number 8, Dean Zachman. Number 9 is Jamie Christian, 22 years old, 6'1", 185 pounds. Contestant number 9.
Contestant number 9 loves to ski. Started quite early at 10 on his first date when he went to a shopping mall and held hands all the way. Most important lesson he learned was that crime does not pay and always to be fair and honest. Most heroic deed? He helped his sister when she got hit by a car when he was 8 years old to get home for help very quickly.
It's contestant number 9, Jamie Christian. Contestant number 10 is John Jankowski, 19 years old, 5'8", 165 pounds.
John enjoys wrestling and skiing and was 16 on his first date when he went to the movies. His most important lesson he learned was don't judge people by the way they look. His most heroic deed was when he jumped into water during an electrical storm at a summer camp to help tow a boat drifting into the lake. According to his parents, he was always a good kid.
That's number 10, John Jankowski. Now contestant number 11, Charles Howerton. Charles is 22, 5'11", and 163 pounds.
Charles from Maple Grove loves football girls. He was 10 years old on his first date when he took a string of candy to a little girl, and then he took her sliding in his parents' yard. His advice to pass on to the younger generation from his father was to be a good sport, winner or loser, and to hold your head up high.
Contestant number 11, Charles Howerton, and there you have our 11 contestants for Twin Cities Live Man of the Year. I'll tell you. Now, now you won't stand up. Now, you were saying all these comments, and now I was going to ask you to say something on the air, but you said you couldn't comment. Why?
Because I'm married.
Okay. What? I heard you say something about the last contestant there. You said he had a nice what?
He kind of looks like my son who lives in Hawaii.
He does. Yeah. Now, what was it? Oh, good. Yeah, jump right in there. She wants to talk.
Are any of you guys married?
One is almost married. One is almost married.
One is almost married. I guess
Yes.
that's fiance. Okay, now when we come back, we're going to get a chance, and I know especially this part of the section here, wants to get a chance to talk to these contestants and find out what they're all about. Remember, you at home will get a chance to vote for each and every contestant. Later on, I'll fill you in on how to do that, but we'll talk to our contestants next on Twin Cities Live, so stay right there.
What's that you're shaving with?
A Norelco.
Looks terrific.
Well, it is America's leading electric. It's rechargeable, it's guaranteed, and it gives me a fantastic shave.
As close as a blade?
Yep. Feel.
Wow.
It's our patented system that lifts each whisker up and shaves it off blade close.
I love it when you talk high-tech.
What do you think of the Norelco Ladies Rechargeable I gave you?
Terrific. What do you think?
Sensational.
Norelco. We put quality first.
You get to feeling kind of special because you're special at your country club market, your neighborhood store.
This week, enjoy 7-Up and all of these refreshing beverages, only 89 cents for the big 2-liter bottle. Tony's Savory Sausage, Pepperoni, and Supreme Pizzas are specially priced at $2.99. And delicious Spee's Apple Juice, regular or unfiltered in 64-ounce bottles, is just $1.59.
What's really special at Country Club is you.
We're back on Twin Cities Live. We're going to select the Twin Cities Live Man of the Year. We're talking big stuff here. All right. It's a pretty good-looking group of guys, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
I can remember being that young, but I can never remember being that thin. They are nice-looking.
I was wondering if you all are models or have been models.
Are you all models? Any of you models? I know we have a dairy farmer, so he... Just jump right in there, gentlemen.
No, none are models. Some are models, but most of us aren't.
Most of you are not models. What are you thinking?
Then how did you get into this?
We're just regular guys.
You just signed up for it?
Regular guys. Don't you see these guys on the street every day?
No, unfortunately. Unfortunately, no.
Huh? Okay. You mean you don't meet these kind of guys every day on the street, huh? No? Stand.
Being in this line of work, like being at beauty pageants, does that help you get women or, girlfriends faster?
Wait a minute here. Does it help them do what? Does it help them get women?
No, I mean girlfriends. I mean, do more girls come up to you being in this line of work?
I think pretty much for most of us, it's the first time we've ever done anything like this, so we're still waiting to see about that.
You notice we're not giving out their phone numbers here in the midst of this. What do you guys, how are your friends, how do you think they're going to react to you being on the air today and taking part in a male beauty pageant? What are they going to say? What are the guys going to say to you, your buddies? You think they'll get, what'd you say here? You have to have a mic to talk on this show. Go ahead.
I think if your friends have anything to say, I think they're just envious.
Do you think that'll... What do you...
From a small town where when I go back, everybody will be like, wow, you were on TV.
Would you like to be the U.S. Man of the Year? Would that be... I mean, it's not something that men have really had as a goal in the past, being a winner of a beauty pageant. Or should it be called a beauty pageant?
I think it'd be great. I'd love to.
You like to do it. What, you were shaking your head when I said, should it be called a beauty pageant? Do you have it? Maybe it should be called something else.
I don't think it should be called a beauty pageant. I think they should come up with something a little better than that.
Thank you very much, Bill. I'd like to interject there, if I may, very briefly. It is not a beauty pageant. It is picking the role model from the ranks of average America, a realistically attainable figure that the young boys of America can finally emulate. The odds are tough to become president, but you can see that we can pick someone with very good goals for the young boys to have today, just like Miss America has
So
for little girls.
What do you think about this group of guys down there? They're pretty nice looking?
Very nice looking. I especially like contestant number 2 because he's a little more mature than some of the others.
You go for that mature look.
Yeah, I was hoping there would be some older contestants. I was just wondering if any of them had any pictures in the closet they were afraid might come out. I mean, you know, there's been...
Oh, you mean like the Miss America pageant?
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask that question. It's already been asked, so you guys answer it.
Personal or studio-wise?
I don't know.
No. Well, you know how the whole thing, Miss America, and she kind of posed kind of in the buff, and none of you guys have done any of that?
No.
Okay. Good. Good morning. You're on Twin Cities Live. Go right ahead. Here you have all of our just very handsome contestants to talk to. Go right ahead.
I would just like to say that...
Go ahead.
That for all the years that women have been watching all these beauty pageants with beautiful women on, and how the stress has been on women looking very groomed and very perfect, I think it's about time that women have something to look at as far as, you know, beautiful men and looking at their groomed bodies and dressed up. And I just think it's great that women have something to look at now and compare. And I hope that men can look at this and maybe feel some competition now and be able to realize that there's also being stress put on men looking good. And that's all I wanted to say.
Well, thank you. I wanted to ask, this row's been a little rowdy so far today. What do you look for in a man? When you look at these contestants, what feature do you look at most?
Body. I like personality. I think is most important to me, what he is on the inside more than what he is on the outside.
Okay, that's one. Now, who is it down here that said body? Now, you know, yeah, oh, I look at his personality. He's got a good personality. Stand up here. You know, the heck with the personality, right?
The heck with the personality, the body.
Body? And any portion or anything?
Biceps.
Biceps. Guys, you want to... All right, now, what were you going to say?
I think it's the butt.
All right. Now, go ahead.
I'd like to know if any of you get a certain amount of money if you win Man of the Year and what the prizes are.
Well, we're going to talk about that a little later. Yeah, if you win Man of the Year, you get a lot of prizes, right? Just like Miss America?
I would say comparable or better than any of the female pageants have ever given. We will be giving also.
Plus, they're going to get billions for winning Twin Cities Live Man of the Year. We want to learn about the personality. I mean, sure, all these guys look nice and they're very handsome, but we want to know what's inside. So let's move now, Ronnie, to our personality portion of our contest today.
Okay, we're going to ask the gentlemen number of questions and situations that they could find themselves in everyday life. And number 1, if you found 200 people had attended your wedding and then your bride stood you up, how could you react to get out of that gracefully?
Once I got past the panic stage, I'd probably, since everybody was there, and the people who showed would more than likely be my friends, we'd probably just have a party. We had all the reception planned and everything anyway. Just go ahead and party.
All right. That's contestant number 1, Jeff Sturman. Correct? All right. Go ahead, Ron.
All right, number 2, if you were given the opportunity to live any place in the world, where would you choose it and why?
Right here. Like to fish, like the 3 seasons. We won't count winter, but I like to play hockey, so we'll get out there and play hockey. But I like Minnesota.
All right, number 2, Bill Broniak.
Okay. Number 3, your date, you're out on a date that you've wanted for a long time, and you realize the dinner check is $10 more than you have in your pocket. What do you do?
I'd probably go and call my parents and get a credit card number or something of that matter.
Number 3, that's
Okay.
Brent King.
Okay. Number 4, what is the most unusual thing that has ever happened to you?
Well, on my first date when I was 15, when I picked her up at the bus stop and we went to my house, I was about to kiss her and I got so nervous that I wound up getting sick and wound up embarrassing myself.
That's number 4, Ralph Markstrom.
Next, if you had the opportunity to spend one day with just anyone in the world, who would it be and why?
Christy McNichol, because I've watched her for years on TV, and seems like a really special girl.
Okay.
That's number 5, Clay Montello.
Okay. What was the most embarrassing moment in your entire life?
The most embarrassing moment would have to be when I was my freshman year at St. Cloud State. I was giving a speech, and I sneezed at the time of it, and you know when you sneeze. And I had a friend motioning in the background going, you know. So I calmly corrected the matter.
Contestant number 6, Michael Getz.
If you were a believer of reincarnation, what do you suppose you would like to return as next?
Probably an eagle. Just because I like the fact that they're not restricted to just the land and they can go anywhere they want, whenever they want, command a lot of respect, and they also show a lot of respect.
It's contestant number 7, Sean Lawson.
Next contestant. Okay, you are finally married, and your boss makes a pass at your wife. How do you react to that?
I think I would confront him with it right away, and if it costed me my job, I guess it wasn't worth it anyway.
Very good.
Dean Zachman, contestant number 8.
Next contestant. After being engaged for 6 months to a lovely girl, you find that she's wearing a wig and is really bald. How do you react to that before the marriage?
Well, that's a tough one. I don't know. Well, I'd probably make her wear the wig for a little while longer until I got used to it. And, boy, I guess I'd have to get used to her baldness or whatever she has. Her real kind of hair. I don't know, I'd get along with her, I think.
That's contestant number 9, Jamie Christian.
Who was your favorite hero as a child?
As a child? Well, I had a lot, but I guess I was in the comic books for a while when I was a kid. And the Hulk was always my favorite because, you know, he was huge and he could just break through anything. And I think he could take on Superman personally, but that's probably my hero.
That's contestant number 10, John Jankowski.
Next, what was the most heroic deed anyone has ever performed for you?
The most heroic deed for me was I played ball in Korea, and I went back for a pop fly on national TV, and I had a picket fence, and I caught the ball, but I landed on the picket fence, and my head got stuck in between the two picket fences. And the center fielder, which is a really good friend of mine, came over and broke one of the pickets up so I could get off.
That's contestant number 11, Charles Howerton. Now, you've had a chance to see our contestants, to learn a little bit about them. Now, in a moment, when we come back, I'll tell, for those of you at home, how to vote for your favorite 1 through 11. We'll show you all of them again, and we'll also move on to the very important swimsuit competition. Continue.
Most horoscopes give general help to everyone born under your sign. Now, with the aid of advanced technology, I can give you a personal horoscope, a roadmap for life with a daily phone call.
Just 95 cents per call. 1-976-3333 from a touch-tone phone.
Every day, you'll hear my special message for you about love, money, and health. Your roadmap for the future. Call 976-3333. Call me now.
Coming at you. Got it. Oh, what a play. Give up? Looks like your shirt did.
Cute at it smell.
Ooh. Introducing Surf, the new liquid detergent that gets out not just dirt and stains, but odors, too.
Heads up. Hey, looks like you never hit the dirt.
Yeah. Smells like you weren't even playing.
Was he?
New Surf removes both the dirt and the odors.
Welcome back to Twin Cities Live. We are talking with Veronica Brancato. She is forming the U.S. Man of the Year, the first really huge nationwide pageant for men, like the Miss America pageant. And also joining us right now is David John Huber of Casablancas Elite, which is a modeling agency, correct?
Right.
All right. Now, you know about what people are looking for in photography, calendars, that sort of thing. What is the look of the man of 1987, 1986, 87?
The look right now is healthy, very masculine.
These guys look healthy that we had here today?
Something that makes someone look twice at them, not only to sell the products, but to represent the company or the company image.
Mm-hmm.
How many contestants are there usually in this pageant?
In each state, we will have no more than 50, but in some states have been finding anywhere from 30 to 50. There will be no more than 50 in any state pageant.
David John, now, is Macho out now?
Macho is way out.
It is? Thank goodness.
Right.
It is out now. Okay, great.
But updating, grooming, and...
I want to know if this pageant goes well, if you're going to have more like this.
We will have one every year, and there will be one in every state of the United States, plus D.C., that will culminate in Atlantic City, just like Miss America, once a year. And right now, we are gearing up for national television.
Okay, good morning. You're on Twin Cities Live. Go right ahead with your question or comment.
Yes, I was wondering, where do you get the men from, and how do you get involved?
We just went out on the street out here on University Avenue and pulled them in this morning. They were just walking by. No, go ahead.
To be very honest with you, we are trying to get the word out all over the country. Mm-hmm. We are taking men from any place, whether it's from a referral, but basically they're seeing the press releases in the newspaper. They send a picture and a short bio to Post Office Box 104 in Glendora, New Jersey, or they could call 1-800-USA's Men, which is my office in the national office. We will have a representative here in Minnesota helping us direct the pageant, though.
Okay, now, we approach our next portion of our competition, the swimsuit competition. We are now ready. First, may I introduce to you once again, contestant number 1, Jeff Stearns. Jeff is a writer and an actor. Go ahead and pull out if you want.
not going to need much in the way of talk when they
Yes,
see the
no, I
bathing
think
suit.
this is gonna
But
pretty
Jeff, by the way, I didn't mention to you, was a terminal romantic. And remember that he collects stuffed animals, but ugly stuffed animals.
All right, contestant number 1, Jeff Stern. Contestant number 2, Bill Broniak. Bill is a painter.
Jeff is our contestant, by the way, with a great sense of humor, I found out when I interviewed all the men. His ambition, remember, is also to be a famous softball player.
Contestant number 2, Bill Broniak. Contestant number 3, Brent King. Look at
Brent's personal goal in life, besides getting another pair of bathing suit trunks, is to lead a well-balanced and successful life. Great color, though.
All right, that's Brent King. Contestant number 3. Contestant number 4, Rolf Markstrom.
Rolf, by the way, wants to pass on to the younger generation to take all the opportunities that life provides. He's also looking forward to skydiving and mountain climbing very shortly.
All right, number 4, Rolf Markstrom. Contestant number 5, Clay Montella.
Clay is working with the Burnsville Motorsports. He has his personal goal, which is never to be totally satisfied. That's Clay's personal goal in life.
All right, Clay Montella. Contestant number 5, remember the numbers at home. I'll tell you how to vote in just a moment. Now, contestant number 6, Michael Getz.
Michael? Michael's most heroic deed, which doesn't seem to be important anymore, is to give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation at 10 years old to an elderly man when he tried to save his life. He is the one, I'm sorry to tell you, this lady, that is engaged to a very lovely girl. I want to mention that we do take married men, and this is what I wanted to bring out today. I'm sorry to bring it out now.
Contestant number 6, Michael Getz. Oh, you got a lot of women up here who just had their hearts broken. Number 7, Sean Larson.
Sean's goal is to be successful and to be very happy. He's the gentleman, remember, that has the shoulder to cry on.
And they're saying up here what a shoulder it is. Okay. Contestant number 8, Dean Zachman.
Dean is from St. Michael's, is our dairy farmer, and is entering the pageant basically to get exposure and make the public aware of the seriousness that the problems of the Midwest family farmers that they're having right now.
Contestant number 8, Dean Zachman. Contestant number 9, Jamie Christian.
Jamie's goal is to be successful in his career and to achieve a sense of happiness for himself and to make others happy too.
Contestant number 9, Jamie Christian. All right, contestant number 10, John Jankowski.
John would like to mention that he's 100% Polish and is very proud of it. John is also known, remember, as the good boy.
All right, that's number 10, John Jankowski. Contestant number 11, Charles Howerton.
Charles was a former special education teacher, and he loves children and loves working with them.
All right, there you have our 11 contestants in their swimsuits. And we'll get them all together in the middle and take a look at them. They all look pretty good, don't they? Now, throughout this whole thing, could you stand up here with me? You really seem to be enjoying it.
I am.
But does this... Are you embarrassed?
I love it.
Okay, now when you're looking through this, now what do you? Come on, now is this silly? These men, come stand up here with me. Is this silly? These men parading around in swimsuits, or do you really like it?
No, it looks good.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay, well now for those of you at home, here's how you vote. I want to explain. Do we have a call? Let me take a call first before we get to the voting. Go right ahead, jump right in here, please. Are you there, caller?
Yeah, I was wondering how they feel just being judged on what they look like.
Yes, doesn't it make you feel like sex objects or something? I mean, come on, that you're just being looked upon?
Well, there's personal interviews, too, that we're doing, so...
Oh, so you do personal... Yeah, so really, they're saying that there's both what's inside and what's outside.
50% of the judging, if I may add, is on the personal interview. It's not on just how they look. That's the most important criteria for the day of the pageant itself.
All right, now here's the criteria, what you need to about voting for these gentlemen now. Here's the number, 642-4690. 642-4690, that is the number to vote. That's the number you call. Now what you do is just give the number of the contestant only. Not his name, just his number. So let's run them through once again, and you'll see them at home. Contestant number 1 is Jeff Stearns. If you want to vote for him, simply call the number and ask for contestant number 1. 642-4690. Contestant number 2, Bill Broniak. Number 3, Brent King. Number 4, Rolf Markstrom. Number 5, Clay Montella. Number 6, Michael Getch. Number 7, Sean Larson. Number 8, Dean Zachman. Number 9, Jamie Christian. Number 10, John Jankowski. And number 11, Charles Howerton. Now, 642-4690 is the number to call. And David John, we have a big prize for them. They're going to win the Casablancas Photogenic Award?
Yes, and that will be a training scholarship with our Edina location, in which they will study with us for 11 weeks, 2 photo sessions, and a lot of
This is roughly worth, what, $5 million?
About 10,000, no. $700.
$700, okay. Now, the number to call, we're going to go to a break here, give you a chance to call, 642-4690. Just give the number of the contestant you want. Don't give us a name, just go, I want number 1, I want number 2. And then later on in the show, we'll have the second runner-up, first runner-up, and our Twin Cities Live Man of the Year. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Budget Power, the home improvement expert, shows how quality actually costs less during the Decorama sale. Kincaid tub and shower doors are all on sale. Choose from space-saving neo-angles, elegant mirror doors, stylish designer glass, and mirrored tri-panels. Save on Kincaid's exciting new color trim and color coordinate your bath. Sink into the warmth of bathing luxury with the soothing, swirling water of a Jacuzzi Whirlpool bath. Jacuzzi, the real one, the only one, all on sale. Shop the Decorama sale at Budget Power, the home improvement expert.
In the land of Dairy Queen.
Come on in for our chicken filet sandwich. Dairy Queen makes it with a juicy, tender breast filet, all white meat. Nothing but the best, seasoned just right and cooked up moist and flavorful. Try our chicken filet sandwich. Who else could make it for you like Dairy Queen?
We treat you right.
Okay, we're back now, and I want to remind you again how to vote for the contestants. 642-4690 is the number to call. Simply give the number of the contestant that you want to win Twin Cities Live Man of the Year. At the end of the show, we're going to reveal the second runner-up, the first runner-up, and, of course, the winner. Now, I'm going to give you one more peek at the contestants so you know what to look for. Contestant number 1 is Jeff Stearns. Contestant number 2, Bill Broniak. Number 3, Brent King. Number 4, Rolf Markstrom. Number 5, Clay Montella. Number 6, Michael Getch. Number 7, Sean Larson. Number 8, Dean Zachman. Number 9, Jamie Christian. Number 10, John Jankowski. and number 11, Charles Howerton. And the number to call, once again, is 642-4690, 642-4690. Give the number of the person you want to win Twin Cities Live Man of the Year, and in a few moments, we will announce the winner. We'll be right back.
Just for the fun of it. Just for the smile of the Diet Coke. Just for the marvelous feeling. Just for the high. Just for the style of it. Just for the taste of it. Diet Coke.
Attention, Cokeologists. Coca-Cola and V. Dalton bookstores present the Maximum T-shirt offer. Details available wherever Coca-Cola is sold.
Every winter day, a ritual takes place in homes, bundling up kids to go outside. But no amount of bundling can stop the cold completely. That's why there's Malt-O-Meal hot cereal, double flavored with wheat and malt to taste great and help keep kids warm on the inside.
I think I need some more Malt-O-Meal.
Bundle up on the inside with Malt-O-Meal hot cereal.
All right, we're back. Veronica Brancato-Roddy, that we talked to today, has formed a new pageant for men, the U.S. Man of the Year, and we want to bring out the contestants now. She's going to have contests all over the United States, but today we're having our own little private contest. And this is for the Twin Cities Live Man of the Year. Can we have our 11 contestants out again? Gentlemen, you'll join us because we have an audience here that wants to talk to you, find out a little more. Okay, now we've got them all back and they're a little more casual. Go ahead.
Contestant number 11. If you were going to take a girl out, where would you take her?
Rupert.
Rupert? Really?
Okay, run back up here. Okay, go ahead.
This is for all of you. Do any of you guys have ego problems at all because you're so good looking?
Bill does. Thank you.
Just good, modest guys, aren't you? They are. Go ahead.
Why did you guys enter? Was it for the money or the recognition or what?
Something different to do, basically. Something that hadn't been done. A chance to kind of lay some groundwork.
Groundwork for what?
Groundwork for what?
For history.
The fact is, there's never been a contest like this.
Well, I wanted to ask a little more personally.
Well, you just go right ahead. This is just among friends here.
Right. Well, numbers 6 and 11 both. What got you into this? You know.
The excitement. I just thought it'd be really fun and really exciting.
Did anyone talk you into it?
Yeah, I heard from friends and that it was going on, and I got interested. And I called Dave and got more information and was real excited about it, so I entered.
That was personal?
Well, instead of just one guy answering, for everybody, I wanted to really get a more...
nail him down a little bit.
Nail him down, right.
You got a gentleman here has a question. Go ahead.
If you were to marry any famous entertainer or any woman in TV or show business, who would you marry and for what reason?
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston. Who?
Demi Moore.
Debbie Moore?
Demi Moore.
Oh, who else?
I'd be partial to Donna Mills.
Donna Mills, you'd be partial to her? Well, I can't imagine why anyone would want to be partial to Donna Mills. I mean, goodness gracious. Go ahead.
For Charles, if he has a
Oh, you're on a first-name basis, are we here now? I see.
And if he doesn't have a girlfriend, could I get his phone number?
Do you have a girlfriend, Charles?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, that's dating. See, that's another show. That'll be next week. Good morning. You're on Twin Cities Live. Go right ahead.
Yes, I guess I just feel that for years, women have had to contend with the perfect images that have been represented in magazines and beauty contests. And watching the show this morning, I'm not pleased that the shoe is on the other foot. I feel that the sexist attitude has come full circle, but I don't think that there's any progress represented in that. I'd like to see it, the judgment of people, as far as judging them on their looks and how their body appears and how they can make up their face or their hair. I'd like that to stop altogether. I don't feel that
just
this is
judge someone on their
progress.
personality, right?
Yes, and what's on the inside. I don't feel that just because you put the shoe on the other foot and now we've got Playgirl and Playboy as male beauty contests with Miss America, I don't feel that that's progress. I just think that
Well, let me let Ronnie jump in here and see, how do you respond to that?
I'd love to jump in right here. I would like to say that I have been in many of these pageants. I would say that a lot of times, unfortunately, there are different personal reasons why people put them down. I will tell you that I feel competitions are great because they give you a goal in life. I was 200 pounds at one time after my 3 children. And it got me down to 115 pounds last year for Mrs. New Jersey America. I would also like to say that it is not on just the body. Unfortunately, that's what we're taking notice here today. We don't have the full time for the full interview, but it will be 50% on what he's made of inside and not the outside. And that's why we're taking men of all ages, and this is not a
So you don't feel
model
this is
search.
sexist?
Absolutely
Versus
not.
sexist. Okay. How do you feel, audience? No?
Yes, number 10, you emphasized that you were a good boy. Well, what makes you a good boy?
I want to hear the answer to this one.
Well, my parents always told me I was, at least for a while. Yeah.
I want to know if any of you have ever thought of being a male dancer, or if any of you are already in that business.
I like to dance and I'm a male, but I've never did male dancing. I've been asked to, but I like to dance.
Good morning, you're on Twin Cities Live. Go right ahead.
Yes, I'd like to say that women are always complaining about being sex objects, and here are men who are looking good, and women are looking at them as sex objects, and they seem to be enjoying it. And guys, you look great on TV.
Was it harder to tell your mom or your dad that you were going to be doing this?
Didn't tell
Any
them.
reaction? You didn't tell them?
No, I didn't.
I told my mother, and she screamed to my father. She got real excited.
She thought it was a good idea?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom liked it.
Some of you didn't tell anybody at all?
I told them my
They're going to find out
grandmother.
now?
I called my grandmother this morning and told her to tell my mother.
What'd your girlfriend say?
What's your say? Bravery is not one of the things we mentioned about you. Is that real?
Well, basically, they do not know that I'm engaged.
Any jealous girlfriends out of this?
Hey, have you ever had your girlfriends, you think they're going to get jealous out of this? How many of you have girlfriends currently? You raise your hand. Okay. How many of you do not have girlfriends currently? Do you think that we could have, Ronnie, maybe this should be directed to you. Do you think we could have a pageant like this maybe 10, 15 years ago? Could this have happened 10 or 15 years ago?
Absolutely not. I don't feel that the country was as outgoing on men's fashions. I think if you saw a man enter a beauty shop 10 years ago, you would wonder about him. We are looking for a masculine in appeal and an all-around good role model for the country.
So you're looking, as I'm trying to weave my way through this audience. Now, could I talk to you just for a moment, ma'am? Could you stand up and, we've talked to some of these young ladies around here. Now, how do you feel about this? Because this is something that's quite a bit different.
I think it's kind of interesting. They're all young enough to be my sons, so I'm probably not thinking of it the same way these young girls are. But it's interesting.
Do you have a personal favorite? Have you picked out a favorite?
No, not really.
Well, let me ask, anybody have a favorite? You have a favorite? Who is it?
Number 6.
Number 6, and why?
There you go. I think he's really cute, and he's really nice, and he shouldn't have a girlfriend.
I think he's really cute, he's really nice, and he should not have a girlfriend. Who else has a favorite here? Let me get up here where I haven't been yet. Back over here on the side. You raised your hand. Can you stand up for me?
I think number 7 is really neat because he's got a wonderful smile. You have a really beautiful smile.
Thank you.
You have a really beautiful smile. Now, that's nice. That's a nice thing to say. Go ahead.
Jamie, you have excellent bone structure. Number 9.
He has excellent what?
Bone structure.
Who else wants to put in a plug for their favorite while we're voting down here? Anybody way down here in the front row? Let me get down here. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Number 9. This is a kind of first question, but what is your idea of a fantasy?
Please keep in mind we are on live television.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say on television. I can't be censored.
Do you have a fantasy girl? I mean, what would your fantasy girl look like?
Whitney. I like Whitney Houston.
Really?
She's hot.
Okay, go ahead, stand up here and tell me about your favorite. What do you think about it?
Well, I like number 9. His smile, and he's got the prettiest blue eyes.
His smile and his pretty blue eyes. Look here, I've got a gentleman sitting right here, and I hate to pick on you, but could you stand up with me for just a second and tell me, do you feel uncomfortable with this at all? I mean, maybe like me?
A little, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, these guys, they're kind of like perfect up there, and you and I are just kind of out here in the crowd.
Yeah, it is. Mother Nature wasn't kind to all of us.
Would you like to see women start judging us like that? Do you think women do already judge us? Do you think they look at us and they say, well, he's got a pretty nice face, but his body's kind of bad? Or do you...
Yeah, I think they do. I think they are more now than they ever have been.
You think so? They're more knowledgeable than they ever have been?
No, they more judgmental now than they ever have.
More judgmental. Who do I have here? A woman that's judgmental. Now, see, everybody was screaming and yelling. Now, see, at least you've got the guts to admit this now. You're judgmental, right?
Yeah.
And what do you look for first? What is the first thing that you judge? You know, but not personality-wise, but when you see a man, what's the first thing you judge?
The way they dress.
The way they dress?
Yes.
Not the face, or?
Well, that comes into it, too.
Or as this other young lady mentioned earlier, their rear view?
No, not so much. Mostly their hair and the way they dress, actually.
Okay, well, the people at home, our viewers, you the viewer at home, you've been judging our 11 contestants. The polls are now closed. In a moment, we're going to have a decision of the winner of the Twin Cities Live Man of the Year. Let me just do real quickly, just by applause here, I'll give the numbers, and you applaud on who you think is the favorite. Applause for number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. And number 11. All right. Well, you've seen how you could hear how our audience feels about it, who might be the winner. You're going to be the judge. We're going to come back and we're going to name the second runner-up, first runner-up in our Twin Cities Live Man of the Year right after that.
It's all around you. But there's one place you can get it best. From people you know and trust. The people of ABC News. From early morning to late at night. Knowledge and depth unparalleled in the industry. The insight of Walters, Brinkley, and Copper. The leadership and experience of Peter Jennings. The people of ABC News. Together, they're uniquely qualified to bring you the world.
You'll find it on 5.
Famous Footwear has boots. No boots plus boots weather has nothing to do with the boots. Buy 2 pair, any kind, any price. Get 1 pair 2001 Moon Boots free. Pick cowboy boots, Indian princess boots, pull them up, lace them up, zip them up boots, rubber duck boots, Transformers boots, or funky booster boots. Nylon boots, leather boots, look like leather boots, fleece line, felt line, pencil line boots, even shearling sheepskin line boots. Buy any 2 pair, get 1 pair 2001 Moon Boots free. Famous Footwear has hunting boots, hiking boots, drapey boots, crepey boots, fashion boots, and little baby blue booties. Quilted boots, comfort boots, men's, women's, kids boots too. Buy any 2 pair of our Famous Footwear boots now at our famous low prices, and we'll give you a pair of 2001 Moon Boots free. To boot.
If you would like more information about the U.S. Man of the Year contest, you can write P.O. Box 104, Glendora, New Jersey, 808-029, 800 USAS Men. That's the telephone number to call. And also Casablanca's Elite Modeling Agency, if you'd like to get in touch with them, it's 835-5512. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. Can you feel, you can cut the tension with a knife, couldn't you, right here? I mean, it's just as incredible. Could the envelope, please? Where is it? The envelope, please. Here we have it. No one knows the contents. These have been hermetically sealed. No, it's another show. Okay, I can't get it open here. Could you hold that for a moment there? Thank you. Okay, here we have our second runner-up on the Twin Cities Live Man of the Year is number 7, Sean Larson. Our first runner-up is number 1, Jeff Stearns. Ronnie, real quickly before I announce our winner, make people wait just a little bit longer. What do they win today, and what are they going to win in the U.S. Man of the Year contest?
Today they will win the scholarship and the shooting from the photographer from Casablanca Elite Modeling in Edina that we had just mentioned. And I would like to mention that the Minnesota State winner, who will be chosen in February, 6 months from U.S. Swim and Fitness Center of a membership, a gift certificate from Diamonds and Furs International at the Radisson South, limo service, tuxedo, wardrobe.
Lots of stuff. All right, here he is. Here's our Twin Cities Live Man of the Year. Number 6, Michael. Standing ovation. Okay. Always went. Your comments. How do you feel?
Super. I can't feel better.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, in a way, yes. Because it proves in a way that people knew that I was engaged and that I had a girlfriend, and it doesn't mean that looks and they're not going after just me. You know, they recognize a person.
Hotel accommodations and dining provided by the Radisson University Hotel, 615 Washington Avenue Southeast on the University of Minnesota East Bank campus. Limousine service for the guest of Twin Cities Live, provided by Henderson Chauffeured Cadillacs. Bob Bruce's wardrobe is provided by Justers.
Well, if you were to win the male pageant, would that put any kind of a pressure on your marriage situation as far as when you do it?
She would, in fact, she's been, you know, pushing me to be in it.
So it would make it happen sooner or not as soon, or?
Yes, sooner.
I just wanted to make a comment, Bob. If you were down there, you would have got my vote.
Oh. Thank you, thank you. Thanks, Mom, for being here. Who else had a question for our winner today? Right here.
Is your girlfriend in the audience?
Pardon?
Is your girlfriend in the audience?
No, she's not.
It's too bad. Well, congratulations to you, Mike, and the rest of you guys for being with us today on Twin Cities Live. We'll see you tomorrow.
You've heard about glasses fast, glasses right? At the Eyeworks, fast means just a few hours, and right starts right here with a total eye exam from an Eyeworks doctor of optometry. And ultra-fast service from our own lens lab. For the right look, choose from over 4,000 frames, or choose from our contact lens center for a look that's all you. Get your glasses fast, glasses right. At the Eyeworks, the eye care superstore. Call for an exam or bring us your prescription.